Kavet. You're listening to ALANUI MELE on PBS Hawaii.
So this is Meso, and you're listening to ALANUI MELE on PBS Hawaii. Peace.
Listen up, this is Danny One, and you're listening to Hawaii Hip Hop History via ALANUI MELE on PBS Hawaii. Check it out.
As time slips like the earth moving away and planets are small like balls of clay, the stories of early Hawaii hip-hop and those who experienced it start to fade. One legend, a myth, a name always tends to make its way to the front of these stories. The cream always rises to the top, they say. From his early days discovering popping and locking on an Ewa Beach baseball field to jet-setting around the world as a touring dancer and in countless music videos. Then transitioning that natural rhythm to a set of turntables, DJing in Hollywood. I finally chased him down. Now living in Hawaii, the mystical hip-hop oracle, the Yeti, Harold Too Swift Enanoria. What's up, Harold?
What's up, man? What's up?
Finally stoked to get you here, my man.
Happy to be here, man.
As I was coming up the ranks in hip-hop, you know, asking questions, always wanting to know who was before, who was the original. Your name always seemed to come up. Too Swift. Then Harold. Then I'd be like, oh, Harold Too Swift? They're like, yeah, that's who you got to talk to. Oh, that was the guy that was this, that. So I was like, oh, man, that's one of the guys I need to get when I started ALANUI MELE to help, you know, build the foundation of this podcast and help push the history of Hawaii, you know what I mean, into the future. So super stoked to have you here.
Yeah, that's why I'm here, man. I'm here.
Let's get into, like, how did you get your name Too Swift?
Started off from my breakdancing days. It was originally Swift Rock.
Okay.
And I don't know how it changed over. I think it was because, you know, when tagging and graffitiing was in, it was just shorter to do. So, I switched it to Too Swift, and then that was my dance name, all in LA and everything. And then once I slid over to DJing, I just kept the name.
Did you ever do graffiti? I know you wrote Slick and That's Your Boy.
I could tag probably better than graffiti. I left that to Slick.
Yeah.
But believe it or not, I did get arrested one time at Highlands Intermediate. But we won't go into that.
Yeah. Awesome. So let's talk about your first experiences with hip-hop. Well, it's hard to say hip-hop because back when you first experienced it, there wasn't this 4 elements. It wasn't breaking. It wasn't breaking. It wasn't b-boy. It wasn't DJ. It wasn't all these things combined to one.
No.
What was your first experience with? I guess let's just go back to popping, locking, dance.
Well, I think the roots of it all pretty much starts off with the music.
Right.
So, you know, back then it started off with roller skating rinks.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, there were 3 roller skating rinks that I remember. One in Waipahu, one in Pro City, and one in town. The one in Waipahu, I think, was called Skate World, and then Pro City's one was called Skate Land.
Skate Land.
Yeah.
You grew up in what area?
I bounced back and forth between Aiea and Ewa Beach. So, basically it all started off with me going to roller skating rinks.
What was it about the roller skating rings that kind of...
The music. Straight up the music.
And what was some of the music?
You know, back then that's where Parliament just came out, Flashlight, Roller Coaster.
What year is this we talking about?
This literally had to be like late, like 79, 80, I want to say. Because that's kind of when all the music just came out. Sometimes I pretty much try to gauge what year the music came out.
Right.
So that a lot of times when I try to figure out, what year was that and stuff, I go to the music and I look,
right.
You know, 1980.
Yeah.
You know, so that's kind of how I go based on that. But yeah, basically the roller skating rinks were playing all like the real stuff. And at the beginning, I didn't even know how to roller skate, but I was just there for the music.
Right.
And then once I learned to roller skate, I started doing my little boogieing on roller skates.
How old were you then?
I was probably like in 4th grade, 5th grade. Yeah.
So you're tagging along with your sister?
Yeah, they hated that. They called me to tag along. But that was the only way they could go out.
Right. Oh, yeah.
They had to bring me. But I'm thankful for that because, I got to hear all the music and stuff. But moving along, so that's kind of what got me into it. And then, you know, I was locking also. And I didn't even know it was called locking.
Right.
I would see it on TV. I remember there was a show called The Big Show.
Okay.
And Shabadu,
Yeah.
the one that was on breaking, he was on it. So he would do all this kind of dancing, and I was like, wow, that's some cool stuff. So next thing you know, I would just be in front of the mirror, just practicing all these moves. So yeah, I could lock a little bit, and I remember
your introduction to locking came from whatever television shows.
Yeah, just whatever shows. And again, it was all just more about the feel of music.
Right.
Like I said, I didn't even know it was called locking. I just kind of watched these things, and then I remembered 6th grade I had one dance contest.
Okay.
And I remembered I even did this move. I went jump on the chair, and I went spin and landing in splits, and I started locking.
Oh.
And everybody came running up to me like, wow, that's cool. How you did that? What is that? And I was like, I don't know. I just kind of feel it.
Yeah.
But then right then and there is when I kind of realized, hey, maybe I can dance. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Maybe, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was kind of the most it was like,
was anybody else doing? Did you
no, nobody. I mean,
meet anybody else or
not in my
see
school
anybody
because
else?
come on, I'm like, you know, 5th grade, 6th grade.
What elementary school was that?
Alva Scott.
Oh, nice. Okay.
But yeah, it wasn't like I was going out
Yeah,
or anything.
yeah.
You know what I mean? So, you know, but that kind of gave me the confidence of like, wow, you know, and then because I could roller skate as well, so I kind of started doing lock-in on roller skates and stuff.
Okay, yeah.
So that was like the first phase, like the introduction pretty much to just the music.
Right.
So somewhere down the line, popping just kind of crept in.
Yeah.
And I remembered like the first time I actually kind of witnessed it in action, it was at Evo Beach softball tournament.
Was this your sister's tournament or?
No. Because, you know, I used to bounce back and forth. So I would go stay with my dad at Evo Beach. So one day, you know, we just walk across because what else going on in Evo Beach? So I walk across and, you know, checking out the softball tournaments. And then I look over across the field and get one crowd going on. So I go over there.
On the softball field?
Like, but on the way on the other end.
Yeah, like in the corner.
So I walk all the way over there. Right, these guys all just popping challenge, just jumping in and out the circle.
Was it local guys? Was
local
it brothers?
guys,
Oh,
local
local guys.
Right. Yeah,
Okay.
so I'm like, what the hell is this?
Yeah.
You know?
And what age were you then?
I had
Like
to
6th
be
grade, 7th grade, maybe?
probably like 7th grade.
Wow. Okay.
Because that was my first, like, you know, kind of witnessing it like leaking out. And this isn't a beach, so this isn't even in
So they was
town
battling
yet.
with slippers then?
Slippers, shorts, cut
Yes.
shirts back then.
Oh, let's
you know
go.
what I mean? And just any kind of moves, but they just
Right.
challenging.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
all about like,
Yeah.
you know, ooh.
Was there a
you know.
boombox? And
Yeah, of
Okay.
course. Boomboxes everywhere. Boomboxes
right.
was that was like tradition.
And then what song? Do you remember the songs I was playing at all? Was
Had
it pretty
to.
much the same?
With the same bracket. I remember Humpin'. Gap Band was
nice.
one of the big songs then. What is that? Double Dutch Bus, bro.
Okay, that
Double
makes
Dutch
sense,
Bus. Those are the kind of songs when I hear them, it makes me think of those kinds. So
you're there, you see the cipher, the battle going on, you peek your head in and you're like,
I'm like, bruh, I need to do
this is it.
So next thing you know, I start going home in the mirror, just, you know.
Whatever
any kind-
whatever you remember from that battle.
Right. So I remembered, so at that moment, I lived in Aliomanu for a little bit. So I went to Pearl Harbor Elementary, and then when I went to Aliomanu, 7th grade, that is where I started seeing like some serious popping. Because had a lot of military kids and stuff in there. So that's where it's like it really came full circle.
And
And
what year was this, you think?
bro, I'm not gonna go through years.
Yeah.
It's gonna reveal my age.
That's okay, bro. You're only 25, bro.
No. So it had to be, it had to be okay. And again, I'm kind of judging it off of the music. It had to be like 82, 83. You know, just guesstimates.
Yeah, so you had a Leo Manu. You see more people.
More, yeah,
Is it
yeah,
popping
because
and
headline-
locking? Popping and locking.
No, this is when popping
Popping.
was full-fledged coming in and everybody was doing it. But I remembered like the first challenges I seen in Aliomanu.
Okay.
I remember one guy's name. Wow, it just popped into my name in my head. His name was Sheldon.
Okay.
And yeah, I remember, but he was a military kid, and he would challenge a lot of the local brothers.
Yeah.
And the thing that was so cool about popping was no matter how intense and everything it would get, would have no beefs, bro.
Right.
Like, these guys, when they going at it, they look like they hate each other.
Yeah.
But, bro, after it's all said and done, they come up, respect, bro.
Yeah.
They shake hands,
Right.
boom, on to the next one. But
So you was in no cruise at that time? You
no
were just
cruise, bro. I'm just kind of sliding in.
Yeah.
And I remembered, so like some of the first poppers I seen, I remember the names, Teddy Pantel, Warren, I forget his last name, but all these guys in Aliamanu Intermediate, was called Intermediate then.
Yeah, not middle school.
So so all these guys was poppers, and I remember before school would start, we would be across the street at Sizzlers, and everybody would be challenging and all that.
Oh, Sizzlers.
So after school, my mother still lived in Aiea by Pearl Ridge. So I remember catching a bus, go Pearl Ridge, and had one record store in there. I can't remember the name of the record store. I remember it was back then we called them Phase 2.
Okay.
With the two sides of Pearl Ridge. It was Phase 1, Phase 2. I remember I stayed looking at music, and every time we would tell the ladies, "Oh, can you play this song? Can you play?" While we stay looking for music. So I'll never forget this. I'm looking at music, and next thing you know, Yo Bro and Peoples, come on, don't stop the music.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, I look up, bro, get this one guy, Dennis, and his brother, Frankie Rice. Frankie Rice, boom, calls out Dennis. Bro, I'm just kind of like,
You didn't know them at that time.
I never know them at that
Right,
time.
okay.
You know what I mean? Back then, you couldn't really tell who was poppers and not.
Yeah.
Because everyone was doing it.
Yeah.
So I remember then I look up and I'm like, oh, damn, these guys is challenging right in here.
Oh, nice.
Next, I look up, bro, on the railings, get all people watching, get one big circle around outside, like one huge crowd, bro. And these guys challenging.
Just two guys.
Two guys just challenging. Yeah, because, I guess like in the talk in school was, hey, bro, Frankie Rice, like challenge you. Oh,
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So these guys, but I'm just watching this unfold, and I look up, and I'm looking, one huge crowd, bro.
Like on the Thunderdome.
It was like it was like Beyond Thunderdome type stuff. Like just everybody watching, and that's what's wild about it, because, this kind of dancing just drew
Right. Yeah.
crowds. And this is pre,
everything.
social media and all that. This is all just people walking by like, oh,
Did those guys go to Aliamanu too, or you just
No, it was,
how'd you end up
no,
meeting?
they went to Aiea, I think so.
Oh,
They
okay.
were all going to Aiea, yeah.
So they're a little older.
They're a little bit older, yeah.
You're just there.
I'm just there, like, because I would always go there for the music,
Right, yeah.
cassette tapes,
Yeah,
records. But I look up and I'm like, oh, damn, this is going down.
Oh, nice.
Right. So this is like literally like the infant stages of, where popping was really coming. So boom, that was like my first intro, like, whoa, this is for real.
Yeah.
So I remembered going to, I went to like a graduation party in Pacific Palisades. And had these guys, they just kind of mess around doing popping routine.
Right,
they were
right.
older guys, but they was just literally just playing around
Yeah,
kind.
yeah.
So my sister tells him, oh yeah, my brother can pop like that. So one of my other friends,
Yeah.
Sean Chavez, and he's Bomb Squad,
Okay.
OG Bomb Squad. Sean Chavez and Michael Denif. My sister tells them, yeah, my brother can pop just like that. They go, oh yeah? Okay, bro, you got to come with us one time.
Right.
So I'm like, okay, cool. So
And you were still at 7th grade?
yeah. I'm like probably in between 7th grade. 7th grade, maybe even between
Oh, wow.
7th and 8th grade. So they go, bro, you got to come with us one night. We can cruise around. I go, okay, shoots. So I'll never forget this because, this is like my first,
Right.
So we're walking around Palisades at night.
Palisades. Who'd have thought Palisades?
Palisades, bro. and we walked everywhere.
Right.
Scale the whole mountain, everything, bro. So we walk up to this one group, get a couple guys on the corner.
Yeah.
They go on boombox. They roll up to them, Sean and Michael.
Yeah.
Hey, bro, my friend can pop. They go, oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Bro, it was Michael and Paul Gennady.
Oh, okay.
From Foot Rock Bunch. I
Wow.
don't even think they remember this.
Right.
But I remember them. So anyways, they go, yeah, brother here can pop. So they go, oh yeah. Boom. They played a boom box. One about 3 ounce comes on.
Oh, nice.
Boom. I just started doing California Ticks. Boom.
Okay.
Boom. They're like tripping out. They're
Right,
like,
right.
oh, bro. They even call it out. Oh, California Tick. Right. Next thing you know, we say challenging, full on kind. When it's all said and done, same thing, bro. They come up to me, they go, bro, you got this, bro. So, boom. We walk to another corner.
It's all in Palisades.
Bro, this is when popping was just, everyone was doing it. It was like, it's so infectious.
It's like viral.
Viral in the
Beyond
sense before,
viral.
beyond viral, because everybody was doing it. Bro, I got to the point where bus stops was the spot.
Yeah.
I remember back then they go, oh yeah, Central Intermediate, the bus stop over there, bro. All the challenges go down. Bro, Washington Intermediate, the bus stops over there.
Yeah.
Ala Moana, bus stops. Pearl Ridge, bus stops.
Yeah.
Bro, next thing you know, I'll never forget this because this still,
Wait, real quick. Back to Palisades. Did they take you to another place to battle?
yeah, we would walk to different corners and that's
In Palisades just to battle?
Yeah, just challenging because we'd have guys with their boom box just practicing themselves.
Wow. So through that Palisade, I guess, battle gauntlet, then all of a sudden you became friends with those guys and like became a crew?
Oh yeah,
or?
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's it come full circle, you know, intertwines. Like I never see Michael and Paul, like I said, all the way around until when breaking came out.
Okay.
But I remembered, I never forget that. That was like my first
Wow.
full-fledged, like just roll up and challenge.
That's kind of unheard of now.
Yeah.
So you're saying at bus stops. So I remember Jamal talking about the sign. That one sign. He said, hey, you like challenge. They
The
put up your
sign
hand.
was like this.
Yeah. What's the
Right, you walk out one bus stop and you see guys that look like poppers. You go like this. What? Challenge. Right. Everybody would be like
Right.
that.
Oh,
Challenge.
serious?
Exactly. That was the call.
Okay.
And it's like, bring it on, brother.
then it's just on.
Bring it on. So I will never forget this one. So by then, popping is just, bro, everybody was doing it. In all schools, we'd go different schools, everything. So Pearl Ridge was for like Leeward side. Ala Moana was for town side. Okay. So I remember just word of mouth. You know the canal, right? That goes right in between Pearl Ridge. That goes straight through Pearl Ridge.
Yeah,
that
yeah.
canal. Okay, so back then was also kind of one skateboarding spot.
Right. Yeah.
Never have no bushes or nothing
Yeah,
inside.
yeah.
It was just concrete. So because we used to get kicked out from security at Pearl Ridge, we would say, hey, we'll go take it to the canal.
Yeah.
Okay. So boom, you know, start off small kind, couple groups here and there.
Right.
One day, I don't know how this happened, bro. Just word of mouth. And again, this is what impresses me the whole, that whole period is because never have no social media, nothing.
Yeah.
Everything was word of mouth. Bro, we went down to the canal this one day. I'm telling you, literally had almost like 1,000 people. It looked like one concert going on down there. And bro, if anybody out there remembers this, please holla. Because it almost feels like I was dreaming on this kind of.
Right.
It looked like something out of, I don't know if you remember the movie Warriors.
Yeah.
Different crews all dressed, just like they was going into one contest, was like that serious.
What was people like? I never talked about this other aspect. What were people wearing in that time?
Okay.
What was the dress code?
The dress
That's a good
code for
question.
popping back then was, I remember, was Bogart not jeans, Bogart baggies.
Okay.
Okay. Bogart baggies, members only jacket. If you had one, jobber's hat. And they had these Velcro shoes called Turtles. And I had all those.
Okay, what is the jobber's hat for those?
Jobber's hat, it was like the painter's hat with
Right.
the flaps on the back.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, and the shoes, or if you never have Turtles,
Right.
the other shoes was the checkerboard Vans.
Okay, Turtles was a brand or
Turtles was a brand. And if I could ever find those shoes, bro, those are like vintage now.
And then those pants was a brand too.
Pants was,
What brand was it you said?
Kotler was the brand. Wow. Damn, my long-term memory is pretty stellar, but my short-term memory,
Yeah.
but
That was like
which
the
don't make
uniform.
sense.
Yeah.
But
That was kind of the uniform for
that was
poppers.
the uniform. So that's yeah. So if you seen somebody wearing that,
And did
challenge,
the sign, yeah.
boom, it's on. It's on.
Because somebody had a boombox, guarantee.
everybody. I had boombox.
Yeah.
Those are all the telltale signs. You know what I mean? Telltale signs is they get the boombox, they wearing the fit and all that. And if you were for real, you get your crew on the back of your jacket.
Of the members only jacket?
Members only jacket, yeah. We would iron them on or whatever kind jackets,
So Pro Ridge,
Ridge,
in the ditch,
bro,
in the canal,
literally had like
thousands of
20
people.
groups all rolled down there, and challenges went on.
So
And
how did-
I remember it even had the security and had cops, and
was
it was just
watching.
watching. Yeah, making sure, But again, no trouble
no
whatsoever,
violence.
bro. And to this day, I cannot believe like that kind of stuff went down.
Yeah.
All word of mouth. Okay, so
So wait, when these challenges happen, like word of mouth, I'm sure going throughout all the schools, whatever,
yeah.
they meet up Pro Ridge. So it's like one crew just steps up and battle, and then the next.
Basically all just crews, I guess, and then word of mouth says, okay, yeah, we go and challenge this crew down there.
Yeah.
And then, we wanted to challenge this crew going down there.
Yeah.
So, again, I don't know how these things just happen.
And no beefs.
No beefs, bro.
Wow.
It had all walks of life, bro. All walks of life, Samoans, Hawaiians, Filipinos, everybody, and that's the other amazing thing that I love about, hip hop in general is bringing all these cultures together for one thing, all about the dance, all about the music.
So Pro Ridge was a spot for West Side. Ala Moana was a spot.
Yeah.
Bus stops just speculative.
Right. So the next phase of all that was, and again, I don't know how I found out about this. I remembered having this flyer, and if I could ever find this flyer, if I recall, somebody had them and would post them, but it was a Waikiki shell.
Oh.
The Waikiki shell pop off.
Pop off.
I remember I was on drawing, and you know what is funny?
Who drew it?
The drawing, I don't know who drew them. The drawing was one popper.
Okay.
With the jobber's hat, with the freaking members only jacket, with the baggies and the checkerboard shoes.
Checkerboard shoes.
So I'll never forget this. And I trying to gauge the year. It had to be, I want to say 83, 82.
And this was like Hawaii's
82 to 84.
first big
Yeah. And
popping
again,
event.
I don't know who put it on.
Yeah.
Again, I don't even know how I ended up
there.
And again, so I'm real young.
Right.
So I don't even know how I got the permission to go to this.
Yeah.
Mom, if you're watching, I don't know, maybe I just went. but I didn't even know how I got the permission and everything. But again, it's just like it was yesterday. I'll never forget getting off the bus. I got off the bus on Waikiki Walls.
Right.
Okay. I got off that bus, and when I got off the bus, I look at Waikiki Walls, and they had freak sets going on.
Firing.
Bro, it was unreal.
Okay.
And I see this guy pulling El Rolo, I'm like, bro, should I go or should I go over here?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, so you're on the bus going to the pop off.
Yeah.
But then you seen the waves.
Yeah, because I don't know how serious this pop-off thing is, whatever.
Yeah.
It's at the Waikiki show.
Right.
So I get off the bus, and again, I went second guess, these waves are I never seen a waves like this before. It was unreal. It was on freak swell.
Yeah.
But then I go, no, bro, wearing all the clothes. I go in, I walk into Waikiki show. First song playing that I remember was Forget Me Nots.
Oh, nice.
Patricia Russian.
Yeah.
Okay. And bro, it's packed, bro. Packed. And it's funny because the only guy I remember seeing sitting down when I walked in, and I never know him personally or anything, he never know me, was Kona Fleming. Sitting down right in the front. So whatever's, I sit down, whatever's, and literally had to have like 60-something entries in it.
Wow.
Okay. They had 3 divisions, solos, duos, and group division. Okay. Mind you, as James had mentioned, Planet Rock was the anthem.
Yeah.
Planet Rock was brand new. Okay. Planet Rock was brand new, but everybody
wanted to
went
dance to
that.
Planet Rock.
So, bro, watching it, I recall.
Wait, did you enter? Okay.
I go lead up to that. I go lead up to that.
My bad.
No. I never planned to enter or nothing. I never. Okay. Again, 60-something groups, bro. So I'm already like, nah.
And it's packed.
Yeah. So, and I'm just more like, whoa, I'm just tripping out. So, and I'll name off some other groups that I remembered entering, which is, pretty epic because Mechanical Device, that was Mike DuPio's group. Now, you guys think Jabberwockies was the first to use masks? No way, bro. Mechanical Device. And they set the tone because they came out, one word to describe when I seen them was perfection. They came out, they were wearing Bogart jeans, baggies, with cummerbunds and those old style kind cowboy shirts that flip over.
Yeah.
With their masks, and they would spray their hairs like, different color, like blue, green, whatever, gloves
sick.
and all. So you never even know who was who, whatever. But they came out to Man Machine. Man Machine was a song.
Definitely remember that.
Bro, let's go. Hey, I'm just getting started,
Yeah.
bro. One of the other groups was from Halava, Masterminds of the Funkiest Kind.
Oh,
And
the
they
killer
jammed to a Parliament song. I'm trying to remember which one. So, anyways, these were the groups. Eclipse. The birth of Eclipse right there. They performed. They entered. That's pretty much some of the groups I can remember right now. Okay. So now the duels. This is funny because the guys that won, they were called Magical Dream Boys or something like that. And it was, I don't even know if they remember this, but it was, I don't know if you remember Mechanical Masters.
Yes.
Okay. Kyle from the Brothers. Kyle, Aaron, and, oh man, they're going to, shoot, I can't remember that. It'll pop into my mind.
Yeah.
Anyways, was two of them, and they went into the duels. Okay. The single guys, Baby Bloss,
Okay.
who James didn't talk about.
Yeah.
So brother came out wearing those Mr. T shades, the ones that just straight across.
Yeah.
One doctor's mask and gloves. And bro, when he came out, so when separated, when he didn't use Planet Rock too, but he went through his cassette mix break of Planet Rock.
Yeah.
So he comes out, bam, 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 bam. Dude, and the song goes on. Then he comes out again, bam, bam, bam. So he's just hitting. The crowd goes nuts. Hands down, you already can tell this guy going to win him. But I remember one of the other guys, which I believe was Loto. He came out. He called himself the Polynesian Crook. Okay. He might have danced to Cutie Pie. Okay. Anyway, so these were some of the individual guys. Okay. So as this contest is going on, we're like in the middle of it. I run into my friend Lloyd Nalmida from Avascot. So I'm like, hey, what's up, brothers? So he's like, oh, bro, we get our spot. We're entering. But Edwin Chrysostomos, he was entering with Lloyd. Oh, yeah, bro, he's sick. I look on the side, Ed tell me, oh, yeah, bro, I get so stomach, bro. What, you can enter for me or what?
What?
So
Was he really sick?
Yeah. I'm not going to say. Maybe he was. Yeah,
I'm
not
nervous,
saying.
bro.
But anyways, I'm thankful for it, bro.
Yeah.
Edwin, I hope you got better that day, bro.
Yeah.
Anyways, so I told Lloyd, let's go, bro, jam,
Yeah, right.
So we make one real quick routine, and we did it to Keep It Live, Daz Band.
Oh, nice.
So that's more of like one locking song.
Yeah.
And I don't know, for some reason, but it was locked into my mind thinking, okay, when you're on there, look at the judges.
Yeah.
Okay.
Makes sense.
So the judges was sitting behind us.
Oh, wow, okay.
And again, I never entered no contest before, nothing. Sixth grade, the kind in school. But anyways, for whatever reason, maybe I saw them or something. They always say, look at the judges. So I remember we make the quick routine. So boom, we start soloing. So I turn on, I looking at the table, and I just jamming at them.
Yeah.
I didn't even care about the crowd.
Right.
Okay, but anyways, boom, I turn back around, and Waikiki Show had like one little ramp going straight forward.
Right.
Boom, I walk all the way out to the front. I do my worm on the ground and everything, and I don't know, I'm just in the zone, not even thinking anything. Boom, pow. We end up winning second place in the dual division.
What?
Yeah, second place. First place was the guys from Mechanical Masters. Baby Bloss won the singles, and I believe the group that day was, I want to say Eclipse.
Eclipse.
Yeah, I want to say them.
I've never heard that name.
Eclipse was Albert Tangaro. I know Johnny J. Jam was in them. I don't know if he was there that day, but
Right.
Louis, I believe, was in them. Shoot, that's about all I can remember. Oh, Fatu Ofo. Bro, okay.
And they won, most
I
likely.
believe they won that day.
Not Mechanical Device.
They placed, if I'm not
Right.
mistaken, might have been them that won it too. But you know how I remember some of it? Because you remember that show, Hawaiʻi Moving Company?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay, so at the beginning, the intro of Hawaiʻi Moving Company, they would use my snap in it, like when I was waving up.
Oh,
So whenever at the
what?
beginning of Hawaiʻi Moving Company, real quick snippet,
Yeah,
but I'm
yeah.
like, bro, that's me. I
Oh,
knew that
that's
was me.
crazy.
Hawaiʻi Moving Company, and that was who was that?
Michael
Michael W. Perry.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that would always remind me. That's how I can never forget that.
Oh,
okay.
that's cool.
So boom, moving along with that.
So from that battle, did you guys won? That's pretty much what would be like you said, like almost like the Warriors meeting, but at the Shell. So not everybody knew who you were. Is that how it worked?
not really,
community?
because it was so saturated.
Right.
And again, never have like social media or anything.
Yeah,
It wasn't
yeah.
like they post them and people keep seeing
Right.
them
Oh,
over and
true,
over.
true.
It was just some, you know what I mean?
You won the battle.
Nobody probably even remembers this contest.
You're the first person that actually mentioned it.
I know, and I can go like, pretty detailed like that.
Yeah.
And I'm sure down the line, I'm going to be at home, I'm going to be, oh, I should have told
Yeah,
him about
yeah,
this.
yeah.
I remembered that too.
So after that,
It's okay. So that's the popping phase of it.
Right.
Okay. So, actually, I'll finish it off because I'm going to tell you how I slid into breakdancing.
right.
Okay. So, boom, I ended up in groups and whatnot. Oh, yeah, because I cannot forget the next big contest was the Poppers Convention.
At Ala Moana.
No.
Was it?
That was at Aloha Stadium.
Oh, Aloha Stadium. My bad.
Aloha
Yeah.
Stadium, bro. So, again, this one popping was literally at its peak.
At the stadium or in the parking lot? In the stadium
No,
or
bro,
parking lot?
it's in the stadium, cousin. In the stadium. In the stadium, bro. Now, mind you, it filled up maybe like between a quarter and half, so it
Still
only
yet,
was at
though.
one end. But come on, whoever arranged this, whoever organized this, who arranged it, whoever got
Yeah. the
Aloha Stadium, man.
For popping.
Big props, man, because, again, I could imagine going up to these people and presenting like, yeah, we like doing popping contests and, for them to actually agree and do it and pull it off.
Yeah.
And this was huge, bro. This is the next
So this
level.
is like a year after or quickly after?
Probably within the year because popping was literally moving fast and was at its
Yeah.
peak. So, again, so I entered that with this group. We called ourselves Magical Masters. And I remember our lead guy was Giannis. I think Tony Sorrell was in it. I want to say Maria was in it, Sean Chong, and myself. Okay. We entered that. And I remembered we were in, the locker room areas and all that with all these other groups. So the top groups that period was Soul Patrol, which was Fatu Ofoa, Roddy Casperson, and I cannot remember who the third guy was. Okay.
The fact that you know the first and last names of majority of these
Bro, because
crews,
these guys
bro.
are all, like I say, for me, these were
Yeah.
all like my peers and mentors.
Yeah.
So Baby Blas came with his crew, with a group.
Right.
They were called Sophisticated Gent and His Ladies. And it was Nicole. He had two girl dancers, Nicole
Oh, crazy.
and Layla. Okay. And all eyes was on him because he was the winner
Yeah,
of,
yeah.
So it was Baby Blas, basically with
Right.
two girls. And I remember they came out, they made one prop limousine. Like the kind out of,
Wow.
wood and everything.
Yeah, yeah.
They act like they carried it in, like they were driving in,
Yeah.
came out and busted their routine. Bad Reputation from my school,
Oh, nice.
which was Lloyd Almeida, Vince Barone, and Edwin Chrysostomos, the one who I would stand in for.
Right.
Okay. And that one can come full circle because Bad Reputation, you got to remember them. Okay. Eclipse was in that one. Bits and Pieces, bro. And so at this moment,
Was there even more crews that entered this one?
oh yeah, this one had to have like in the 70s kind.
Oh, wow.
So me and my group, it doesn't sound that, impressive, but we came in 14th place because they literally had a rating.
Right.
14th place out of like literally 80 something groups. I think that's pretty
Gosh.
good.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
But the top groups was I think Bad Reputation was either like second or third. I'm not sure if Baby Blossom them won because could have been Soul Patrol as well. But Eclipse, but yeah, every group was in this again, Bits and Pieces. So at this point, popping came, it was kind of perfected in the sense of
Right.
people were coming out with these, their tape mixes where they would literally synchronize with the songs and the vocals in it.
Right.
So when Bits and Pieces came out, bruh, I mean, Mike Rita and Frank Punamoy.
Yeah.
When they came out, I remembered one. I don't sure if it was this contest, but one or the other. But just an example of what these guys was doing. So I remember they came out with like these shower curtains. Like you couldn't even tell it was them.
Yeah.
You just see these two round shower curtains walk out, and then the music comes on, and it's all like pre-mixed stuff and everything. And then these guys just tick them down, and it's like, oh damn, it's Bits and Pieces. Boom. So they start going off. And it was stuff like that. Like everybody was coming in with these mixtapes.
Almost like
and
choreography then, pretty much.
Oh, and again, this is all, nobody went to classes. Nobody looked, at tape or videos or, they didn't have any everyone did it themselves. Everyone did it themselves. And, thinking back on that, it's so incredible just where, even again, Hawaii.
Yeah.
Just what we did and where we took it and, the level that we took it. Okay, so next thing you know, after that, I ended up going to an intermediate. And towards the ending of that, I remembered.
Wait, you were still in middle school?
I was still in middle school.
This is
This
crazy.
is all in middle
so
school.
pop off, popping
Yeah.
convention.
Yeah.
So when does it? What does the Ala Moana thing?
Okay, so Ala Moana, that one was backed up. That was actually,
Remember the name
I think
of
that was the
one?
preliminaries for
Okay.
Waikiki Shell. So that was actually way
Sheesh.
before. Yeah,
that was packed too. I seen a video of
Oh
that.
yeah. So that one was actually the preliminaries for Waikiki Shell, if I'm not mistaken. So, but I could be wrong on that. That might have been even for Aloha Stadium. Anyways, so there was a period where Ala Moana had their contests there too. Another place where they would have a lot of popping contests were Oceania.
Oceania.
Oceania
What is-
was
what is
the
Oceania?
floating restaurant.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Now that, if I could literally pick that up and drop it down, that would be literally a historical monument for the birth of hip hop in Hawaii.
Why?
And I'm gonna break that down
yeah.
because I'm gonna tell you how the levels of what they showcase there.
Right.
So there was a period where they were doing a lot of popping contests in Oceania. They were doing like team dances and stuff. So there were a lot of popping contests there. And I remembered one of the ones that was making noise then was Lani, Pyt. Kind of like one of the first early girl poppers and lockers.
Yeah.
I think she would get down with silver lockers as well. Anyway, so they do a lot of contests there. And then I know Fast Eddie's in Kailua used to do a lot of contests there. So there was all these outlets where it kind of kept it going and people could make little money here and there.
Right.
So going back into, maybe like when I was in like the 8th grade era, I got into Bad Reputation with Lloyd Nelmita, Vince Barone. And here's the thing, like, this is where, again, it just blows my mind. So when I went into Bad Reputation, it was literally like I auditioned for it, and I had to audition in front of the parents.
It was like a business almost.
Yeah, and I remember because they were serious at it. They
Okay.
like literally were performing.
Right.
They, serious. I mean, like I say, I had to audition for it. Vincent's mom was the one that would make us literally sew us our uniforms and stuff, and she would literally sew us like Bogarts, but we'd have like sequins on it, and we'd have like these gloves with sequins. So when we,
What the heck?
um,
It got serious then.
serious. So next thing you know, boom, we're doing all these performances and everything. I get in on that. One of the performances I will never forget. They were pretty good friends with Antiloke
Okay.
from Kisa radio station.
Okay.
Okay. Kisa radio station is another one that was like what is it, the one in New York? Like their hot.
Like Hot 97,
Yeah.
Power 106.
That was, I mean, literally, I have cassette recordings still. It's in LA though. And when I get it, I'll get you a copy.
Yeah, we need that.
I would record a show because before I would go to sleep, I hit record.
Right.
And I just let them record. I go sleep, wake up in the morning, boom, it's like Christmas.
Yeah.
So I remembered they knew Antiloke, so they decided to do a show, literally like a mini concert at their station. I remember where the station was and everything.
In Kalihi.
In Kalihi, right next to the river.
Right, yep.
Boom. They would go build on stage. And I remembered. So I remembered hearing the advertisement on Kisa. So was us, Bad Reputation. It was Eclipse. And I believe it was Mechanical Device performing. Boom, like one concert right then and there.
Wow.
Yeah. So I, boom.
How long has Antiloke's radio show been going on?
Oh man.
Since when that happened?
Because I don't know
happened.
how long it was going on before me, and it was 15:40 a.m.
Right.
Because
All at the
what
end
his
of the
name?
dial.
Who is that? The comedian Cabral, Melka Bang.
Melka Bang.
Melka Bang. When he had his show, he'd said 15:40. The station closest to the glove compartment.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah.
Because that was actually a Filipino radio station, right?
Okay, probably during the
During the
day.
day, during the day.
Right.
That
So
was-
when they would do their show, yeah. But bro, they were the only ones playing the real stuff.
Wow.
Okay, so the mix I remember the songs on there is like Atomic Dog.
Yeah.
Johnny J. Jam would do his segment on there, so he would play like
What time did it start usually, the radio?
I'm not sure, bro. But
Like at night, like
probably like the
8,
later
9?
period of night. Yeah,
Oh.
8 or 9, But that's why
Yeah.
I had to go sleep. I had school, so I would press
classic.
record, wake up, boom. But I remembered, I had Rory Wild, had Mother Goose, Antiloke, had all those people on them because we would do a lot of shows for them as well. So again,
So how was that show that was in front of Kisa? It was big.
yeah, it would turn out pretty big.
That's
bro.
not a very big spot right there.
Not a very big spot, but back then
Yeah.
for Hawaii, I mean, come on, bro.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Again, just radio
Yeah.
and word of mouth.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's it.
Wow.
So let's fast forward. I mean, bad reputation. So breaking kind of is starting to make noise.
Yeah. When did you start seeing that start creeping in
Okay.
to Hawaii?
So, I live Pearl Square. One of my good friends, my neighbor, this name Joey Ferreira, rest in peace. He was the one that kind of introduced me to Rocksteady Crew. Now, this is way, way before Flashdance. Okay, and I'm gonna get back to that because I'm gonna give you the periods of when breakdancing actually broke viral. So he used to have all these magazines of like Life magazine and all these other magazines.
I thought you were gonna say like Teen Beat or something.
No, but you know what? It could have been. It
Right,
could have
right.
been like, Jet or whatever. But he had all these magazines and he'd always tell me, bruh, this is Rocksteady Crew. This is Crazy Legs. This is Kuriaki.
How did he know?
I have no idea.
Cousins,
Again,
friends.
I have no idea. Just if you're into something and you're intrigued
True.
by it.
You find it. You find it.
Right.
Yeah.
But see, I wasn't even into like the whole Rocksteady thing
Right,
and all
you
that.
knew nothing
but,
about it
But he
pretty
was
much.
like a fanboy of that.
Yeah.
Okay. So he would always kind of tell me, and this is when I'm already kind of learning breaking. And the first time I kind of witnessed breaking, there used to be this show called That's Incredible.
Right. I remember that show.
And
as
I
a kid.
remember I went, it was Thanksgiving, and I went to, it was like my grandmother's house in Kaimuki, and we were watching That's Incredible, and they're like, okay, so the next segment is these kids in New York were trying to avoid gangs and trying to stay out of gangs, so they've come up with this other way of competing against each other, and it's called breakdancing. So I'm like, what the heck?
What?
You know? So, yeah, and I remember the song. The first song on it was Champs by the Mohawks.
Right.
And I'm like, oh, this song's pretty dope. So then next thing you know, they're like, yeah, so they learned to channel their anger into dancing. So boom, at the club, it was the Dynamic Breakers against Floor Masters.
Wow.
And one of the breakdancers being Kid Nice. So boom, they're on the ground, they're like doing crazy stuff. And the last one I remembered was this dude comes on and busts a little head spin. So I'm kind of like, I don't know about spinning on my head and stuff, you know what I mean?
Right.
But I'm like, that is kind of wild.
Yeah, it is wild.
So, and that period, I'm still popping and all that stuff. So come
Popping
full
still
circle.
hot.
Popping still hot, you know. But by then, I think it's kind of weeding out the people that were in it for
Casuals,
fads.
yeah.
Yeah. It kind of weeds out, you know, like,
Like
shaking
any-
a sifter, boom.
yeah.
And then you get the real people that are still in it.
Right.
So then we're going through that phase of breakdancing. And again, so I find out through my friend kind of like, oh, this is Rocksteady Crew and all this.
Because he had magazines. I'm sure he's seen.
Right. So
That's incredible,
So
too.
one day we're in Pearl Ridge. Joey and myself were in Pearl Ridge. So we're in Sears. We're just kind of cruising. So Joey looks up and he's like, bruh, that's Crazy Legs. That's Richie Colin.
What?
And I'm like, what? And he's like, no, that's Richie Colin. So I look up, and it's the guy that I see on his magazines.
The magazine, it's crazy.
And
Legs
he's
in Hawaii.
looking at sweats, you know.
Okay.
So we roll up to him, and he's like, yo, Crazy Legs, man, blah, 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 you know. And this is before Crazy Legs was even known.
Right.
So apparently the Wizard B Boys from my school,
Yeah.
they derived from popping and moved into breakdancing.
Right.
So apparently they were related to him, or that was his cousin, so they brought him out. So Crazy Legs out. So at this point, there's really a small circle that kind of knows about breakdancing.
Right. Wait, so the Wizard B Boys were somehow related to Crazy Legs, brought them out for just to like.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Right,
And
right.
you know, so I don't know how.
And just so happens you're at the mall, and you see him.
Yeah.
Anybody else in the mall was like, because he wasn't known yet. He wasn't
nobody
known
knew
yet.
him. Nobody knew. The only ones who probably would have known of him back then. I mean, as far as I
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
was probably Foot Rock Bunch, Roddy Casperson, and Joey, and Wizard B Boys, and probably some other guys, But as far as through my eyes, these were the people that actually kind of knew him, because I guess the Wizard B Boys brought him out, and they hung out with him. So Wizard B Boys kind of became a real force in breakdancing as well.
Because they're getting it from the source pretty much.
Exactly.
All the moves, everything.
Right. But see, all of us were kind of on the outside, just grasping our knowledge and our style from, videos and whatnot. So, boom, fast forward. So Crazy Legs kind of does a performance at Oceania by himself now.
Okay.
He comes out, does a performance by himself. And I remembered his DJ was Africa Islam.
What?
Right. Comes out to Sucker MCs. Man, when he came out, and he came out in a spider walking sideways, and
He came out in a spider. Yeah.
and he comes out up rocking. The crowd goes nuts.
Yeah.
And again, it's like a smaller circle of us watching. This is a performance though he's doing. So fast forward.
Wait, this is before Beach Street. This is before Beach Street.
Before Beach Street. This is before Flashdance.
What?
This
So
is before
Hawaii.
Flashdance. So
This is what's crazy is that means this is Hawaii was probably ahead of everybody.
You know,
Technically, I mean, besides he's from New York, but I couldn't.
he's from New York. So that's the cool part about it was New York just kind of came and jumped over LA into Hawaii.
Yeah.
So yes, I believe that we were ahead of the game.
Right.
Because for us, I always felt in my own personal, how I personally feel, I felt that I liked LA's popping style better than I liked New York's, but New York's breakdancing style was I liked it better than LA's.
LA, right.
So yeah, I think we were ahead of LA on the breakdancing
Yeah.
end of it.
So after that the performance with Africa,
Boom!
isn't it?
All of us go
Oceania.
back home.
Yeah,
and it's
yeah.
like,
I can see that. I
we-
can see it.
yeah, yeah. Boom!
Oh, yeah.
That's where we're like, it really, really comes on. So, boom.
You were already in high
We are-
school, or
Yeah. I think I'm already ending of 8th grade, going into 9th.
Oh my, this happened fast.
Yeah.
Locking, popping,
So
breaking.
then, Flashdance comes out.
Oh, okay.
Flashdance comes out, and that is our viral. That was
Right.
like something on on social media going
Yeah.
viral. That was our viral
Right.
because then it went worldwide.
But what you've seen in Flashdance, technically Hawaii, whoever was there,
We're already going. We already knew every name of them coming out. We already knew, mind you. So again, how we would always collect videos, and somehow in my hands there was a promotional copy
Oh,
for Flashdance just of Rocksteady Crew.
what? And you had it.
I had it.
How did you get it? You had no idea.
I have no idea. It's just like tapes were just like.
So
You know
did
what I
you, did you when Crazy Legs came here the first time at Sears, second time Oceania, and did you get to talk to him at that time?
Yeah.
Oh, cool,
We got to talk to him and all that. So this is another, like, as I go on it full circle for me, this is what's wild about my stories. So, okay, again, Flashdance goes viral. Boom. Okay. So, boom, breakdancing takes off. Like I said, worldwide, whatever, I'm trying to think. Yeah. So
Flashdance.
Beat Street comes out.
Oh, okay.
And
How many years was it after? With
I'm not,
Flashdance.
and I'm not even sure. I think it was Flashdance. It had to be Flashdance that came
Yeah,
out first,
Flashdance was
because that's how
first.
Rocksteady Crew became. So when Beat Street came out, it's exactly like what James Cole had said, where it was like it was literally like a hip hop party, because we knew everybody in the movie theaters, and I remember standing in line, and I think I did see Roddy Kasperson coming out, and he's like, yo, man, the headspins in there are insane.
Yeah.
So boom, Beat Street comes out, and then Breakin' comes out. And Breakin', so to me, the way I saw the difference between Beat Street and breakdancing, they were both very, 80s was cheesy. That was
Definitely.
the mantra of 80s. Movies were cheesy, the music was cheesy, everything was cheesy in the sense of, the colors we wore, the way we dressed, everything. Movies always ended up cheesy, whatever. When you watch them nowadays, it's like, but that's what it was.
Yeah, that's what it was.
It was peaceful then.
Yes.
But so I kind of I felt Breakin' was the LA version of their hip hop scene and culture at that time. So they leaned more towards the popping era of it.
Yeah.
Beat Street was pretty much New York.
Oh yeah.
But again,
I
New
love
York
Beat
in the
Street.
cheesy sense because of the movie.
Yeah.
But New York, that really, really set the tone for just, battling. That really, really, really brought it in.
Right.
As far as like
Everybody
okay.
wanted to be
right. So I remember going
New
back
York City
again.
Breakers versus
But see,
Rocksteady.
breakdancing was a little bit harder to do at places, other than popping, because popping you could do it anywhere. So breakdancing, it had to have the floor and all that. So I remembered we'd be doing challenges, or we'd be battling in Pearl Ridge,
Right.
like in those little hallways on the way out.
Yeah.
And security would push us out and
Right,
everything.
right.
But yeah, we would get down on those. So boom, that was the rise of all like these crews and everything. So some of the places where we could get our, our breaking on was sillies, obviously, the teen dances. The next bet would be Club J's in
Club
Pearl City. Yeah, and that was where back then it was Holiday Mart.
Okay.
But it was actually right underneath of Leeward Bowl.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. That was where
Club
so
J's.
the Leeward guys would hang out there and they would have contests
What
and
cruise?
stuff there.
So at that point, did a lot of popping crews transition to become breakers, or they kind of faded away, and those that transition became?
You know, it was kind of half and half because a lot of the poppers, a lot of them kind of stayed popping, and then only a handful of them probably transitioned to breakdancing. Because a lot of them couldn't really, I mean, I don't want to say they couldn't really, but they weren't really built for breakdancing.
Yeah, it's a different.
Yeah. And vice versa.
Yeah. Oh,
you know,
yeah,
there was a lot of
totally,
breakdancers that couldn't really pop.
So was there people that actually didn't even pop and they started breaking?
Oh, yeah. That was probably a good portion of them.
Right.
Because also you got the new generation that's coming up as well.
Yeah.
So again, because a lot of the poppers I knew, I don't want to say it was like they kind of got outdated because breakdancing was the new.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But you know, if you look back at you know, Rocksteady Crew and New York City Breakers, they always had their one popper that kept it, you know, that old school style, and they you know,
Bottom up,
they continued. So that actually kind of gave the okay for popping to still to still be in it.
Yeah.
You know, because again, you know,
And what's one thing I noticed too is it never was like, oh, you're a popper. Was like almost like the fold, it kind of folded over where, you know, it had breakers and had the poppers together.
you know,
Or did you see there was a riff?
not that there was a riff, but it was kind of like, oh, he's a popper. Oh yeah, he's a breakdancer. Because like guys like, you know, Mike DePio, Mechanical Device.
Yeah.
He was a crazy popper, dope ass popper. But he continued popping all the way through, and he could break.
Right.
You know, and you know, so he kind of got in both, but his popping skills were just light years ahead.
Yeah. And he's still popping,
Bruh.
teaching everything. Right?
You know what? I seen him probably sometime last year at Beach House, and that guy still goes. He still goes.
nice.
So Squirrel Roy, you got somebody still goes too, man.
Yeah.
But anyway, so he was one where, you know, he was in that cusp of being popper and breaker. Thriller J, which is Juan Ojeda. He was another one that stayed like the full popping throughout the whole breakdancing era. And you know, here's the thing too, like on a quick side note, because this is kind of when I'm trying to educate a lot of the new generation of, you know, hip hop. So the thing that I gotta kind of break down to them is when they say, "Oh, you dance hip hop," or "Yeah, I dance hip hop." I'm like, "What are you talking about? Hip hop is not a dance.
Right.
Hip hop is a culture."
Right.
Okay, so these dances were all influenced by hip hop. That's why when they say, "Oh, you know, these dances were going to be fads and whatnot," there's a period where I almost felt like it was turning out that way.
Right.
But what kept it alive and going is the culture. You know, it's a culture. It's not just, you know, it's the culture of it. And that's what I think a lot, you know, especially with all these TikTok dances and all that. Yeah, they're like, "Oh, we dance hip hop." No, you're either dancing crunk, or you're locking, or you're break dancing, or you're popping.
Right.
Those dances are influenced by hip hop.
Yeah.
Rap is influenced by hip hop. Graffiti is influenced by hip hop. Scratching and all that is influenced by hip hop.
Yep.
That's the whole game of it. It's a culture.
Yeah.
You know, so that's why it's not a fad. Okay.
Yeah.
None of those dances, you know, were ever really fads. So, okay, going on to the breakdancing. Yeah, there was a period where, you know, a lot of guys kind of just either gave up on the popping end of it or kept going.
Right.
You know, or I'm trying to even think of who made the transitions from like the locking, popping, and breakdancing. I think Wizard B-Boys make a pretty good case. I'm trying to think of dudes from In Foot Rock Bunch. Roddy Kasperson. These guys all made the transitions. I think myself included, because, you know, like I said, I kind of went through the whole phases of it.
Yeah.
And if I'm missing other people,
Right.
you know, no disrespect.
So who are some of the crews that, so when breaking came in, Flashdance, Beach Street, Crazy Legs in Hawaii. So what crews are notable crews that stand out to you?
Oh, of course. I mean, Foot Rock Bunch, man. They were the class of, the town side, and again,
They're
no
from town.
disrespect to other crews or
they're from
anything,
town.
but
They're from town.
yeah,
Like McKinley or
it was Roddy Casperson, Michael and Paul Gennady, Baltazar, Jimmy Kahele, Evan. Damn, that's all I can remember right now. And again, no disrespect to anybody if I fail to mention names, but I got plenty,
So Foot Rock Bunch.
Foot Rock
who else?
Bunch, ABC Breakers. They were Supreme Team.
Right.
For us, like on Leeward side, Bomb Squad. So Bomb Squad actually had formed because we were like we called ourselves Bomb Squad All Stars because we were a bunch of guys from different groups, but we fused into one because we did a lot of performances and stuff.
What groups? Do you remember? Do you remember?
So
what groups
there was
that created Bomb
Shansky
Squad?
Beat. They were. Oh, he's gonna hate me for this because I can't remember the name, but Rocket Squad.
Okay.
Pro City.
Pro City.
And then we had Baby Hulk and Baby Legs in Bomb Squad for a minute, and they had their own crews. I don't remember what Baby Legs was in, but he was in it.
What crew are you originally from?
Well, I kind of hung out with like a bunch of different other crews.
Right.
So that's how we ended up forming Bomb Squad because I was kind of more like I would jump into other crews to like support and whatnot. But that's how we ended up forming Bomb Squad, and we wanted to make it another thing of all aspects of hip hop.
Right.
We wanted to cover every game of hip hop. So in Bomb Squad, we weren't just breakdancers. We had Slick in it. He represented the graffiti.
Right.
DJing aspect, Dino Javier from Maia. He was our DJ and rapper in it. And then, we were the breakdancers and everything.
Yeah.
So as far as...
Was there any other crews like that?
I mean, as far as I know, no. But, maybe other people go, hey, no, we had that.
Yeah.
No, we had that.
But you guys...
Oh, you know what? I'll give it up to Wizard B-Boys because Trick was a DJ and he could also write. And they did have a popper as well, We had our popper too. Was it Crazy Waves was his name? We had the popper too. So, they probably had that. But, we took it the distance and everything. So going back to, so we had our crews. So I remember one day, Stefan and Stan from Eva Beach, they come up to me and they're like, oh, bro, we got a spot on Breaking Hawaii, the preliminaries, but we don't know how to make routine. We don't know how to, what's a routine? What, you like jump in, help us out or what? So I go, who you guys going against? So they're like, Foot Rock Bunch. And, I go, oh, man.
What crew are they?
They were the Funky Foot Rockers.
Funky Foot Rockers.
Okay. So I go, bro, you're not going to beat them head on, bro. You're not going to beat them head on. We got to come up with skits and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because they were a force then.
Bro, they were, yeah. Like I say, I give props to where props is due. I'm not bad-mouthing anybody from back in the day because I look at it all as those are my peers and my mentors, and they were what made me, come up. They made me want to be better. They made me practice harder.
Right.
That's how you got to look at it.
So then they recruited you, and you said, we can't beat them straight up, so we have to do...
we got to do like skits. We're not going to beat them head on. So boom, I choreographed a routine. We do like a little jump rope segment in it. We do an insecticide segment in it. And this is the preliminaries.
Right.
Okay. It's not even the finals yet. So boom, we do the contest. And they were doing it at KGMB TV.
Right. Okay.
And we do the contest. Foot Rock Bunch, man, they come out firing, coming in hot. We do our thing, we kind of make noise, make our shot. I go in the back. I'm already kind of anticipating, damn, we lost.
Yeah.
They go in, and the winner is the Funky Foot Rockers. I'm like, oh,
what?
damn, bro. We end up, we ended up taking them out then.
And what was it like when you guys beat them?
I mean,
Was it a surprise for everybody?
Yeah, it was a surprise for everybody. And, people can say, fix or whatever, hey, I mean, whatever, bro. But, hey, we did it fair and square.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? We didn't think we had a shot or anything.
Right.
But, no, we just came out with a different routine.
Right.
And Stefan had the Masters of the Head Spin. This guy I remember on his hat, he had like 134 or 164 or something. And I remember well, what's that number on your head? He goes, that's how many rotations I did.
So 100 something rotations.
Yeah. I remember.
Did he wear that? He wore that
beanie
in the preliminary, in the battle?
He might have wore that in the preliminaries.
What?
So anyways, fast forward to that. We end up going into the finals.
Right.
Okay.
And the finals was at Kamaki
Intermediate, yeah.
Kilauea Gym.
Yeah. So Breaking Hawaii, the finals, okay? And boom, it turns out pretty big for, Hawaii.
Yeah,
and again,
it's huge.
You got to consider no social media. Everything is word of mouth or on TV. That's it. And again, TV is like, you got to be lucky to catch these commercials. You cannot stream them, nothing.
Right.
So anyways, boom, this contest goes down, and there had to be a few thousand people in the gym. I'm feeling, because a lot of people on the floor, all up in the stands, all families, everything. So I remembered as we're preparing to start the event, one of these guys, one of the producers or whatever asked one of these kids, hey, what do you guys use on the floor to make it, give it more slip? The kid goes, pledge. They spray the whole gymnasium with pledge.
A whole gym with pledge.
Was the most slipperiest floor. It was literally like dancing on water. Like if
and that's
you
what Jamal said. And
no. If you see the videos, Baby Legs, when Wizards come out, everybody, even us.
Yeah.
When Stefan's doing his head spin, his head's like literally sliding back and forth. Yeah. Can broke the neck kind. So yeah, they use pledge on that. But our routine, I would say, we were pretty sharp on our routine.
Yeah.
So boom, we end up winning the group division on that. Yeah. So, like I said, for me, just where it came up and all that, excuse me, I thought this was pretty cool stuff,
Yeah, it's huge.
So, as we move on with the breakdancing and all that, again, so, I'm in Bomb Squad and we start kind of doing performances and all that stuff.
As Bomb Squad.
As Bomb Squad, yeah. As Bomb Squad. We started doing performances. Professor Fun hires us to like kind of go, doing, performances.
Professor
with
Fun
him.
was a show, right?
Yeah, it was like one of those kids shows kind.
Right.
So Professor Fun, and then I remember there was this other guy called JJ the Clown. Kind of do parties and stuff, So we do a lot of performances with them and everything. But I remembered we even did the telethon one time. Was that Aloha Tower, and
like
you had
Easter
that
Seals or
used
something?
to have that water fountain,
Yeah.
And it was like at 3 a.m.
Oh,
And we stayed waiting. We were all tired and everything, but boom, music comes on, bro. We firing away. Yeah, that was one of our most fun, and I think was like we hit that performance. The funny thing is, so we all used to wear like these running suits, like skin tight running suits, and I hated it because I was tiny and everything. I hated it. Anyway, so we were wearing those while we were performing, and we performed to Renegades of Funk. Me, Jason Osorio, Shansky Beat, Slick, and I forget. But anyways, we perform, and at the very end of the performance, because the stage was right above the water fountain. Right after we performed, we all jump in them. Oh, Baby Hulk was in that too, because Jason says before we perform, he goes, right after the performance, I'm gonna jump in the water. So Baby Hulk goes, bro, you do that, I'm gonna jump in too. I go, okay, we'll go see. Boom. So right after we performed, ran in, jumped in. Boom, we all jump in. We stand up.
Yeah.
Jason goes, bro, we all can see through everything, bro.
Oh.
We go Slick had this. Slick had the recording of it on Betamax, but yeah, it's gone.
We gotta,
Yeah.
and it was on live TV.
I believe it was live TV. Yeah.
Yeah, because
Even when the announcer came on, she was like, "Okay, yeah," you know. But anyways, that was one of the most memorable performances
hilarious.
I did. So, you know, moving forward,
So Bomb Squad just kept on. Like when did so that was in high school. So it's all through high school, pretty much.
all through high school, yeah, all through high school. So one night I remembered one of our friends, Dan Kakugawa, Charlie Wang, members of Rocket Squad from Shansky Beat. They're all like, "Hey, we'll go practice down in Waikiki." So I had my 10x10 linoleum. One of the other brothers had their big linoleums because that's what we used to breakdance on. Huh?
Yeah.
So we go all the way down by Waikiki Walls. We just set out our linoleum, you know, and we start practicing in front of everybody and all that kind, you know. But we never thought, oh, we're going to, you know, make money or, you know, we was just there practicing. We just wanted different scenery, you know. So we start practicing and everything. Then I forget who did it, but they go throw on one hat. Boom, next thing you know, people start turning down cash. So, bro, we get like, 9 guys. We all stayed in high school, and we all walk out there with like $70 each.
Whoa.
Hey, back then, it's like...
That's still a lot of money.
So we're like, hey, we'll go next week. Boom,
Yeah.
boom. You know what I mean? But we wasn't doing like the shows.
Yeah. Just breaking.
You know, how they parlayed it into a whole Vegas-style show. We was just doing it. And I'll never forget this, too. One night, so we get Bomb Squad, you know, Baby Hulk, Shansky, I forget who else, you know. We started practicing. So one night, Wizard B Boys roll up. Yo, what's up, bro? Let's battle. Let's go. This thing turned out like Beach Street. Everybody's like, oh, let's go. Again, intense, everything. No beefs, nothing.
Oh, nice.
Okay. So, bro, boom, move for move. And then next thing you know, we start doing routines. It ended with, so Wizard B-Boys did their flip where they flip somebody and they flip over another guy.
Yeah.
So me, Baby Hulk all look at each other. We do the pyramid, stacking up guys, and Baby Hulk backflip off the thing.
Oh, nuts.
Boom, big circle, everything,
Yeah.
you know. These are just the fun times. And like I say, these are my memories of it.
Right.
If people have other views of it or if they saw it, hey, please holler.
Yeah, definitely.
But so, you know, moving along again. So, you know, at this point, I'm kind of doing performances, you know, all over kind.
So you never took any type of formal dance?
No. Ken, nice that you said that because one of the other focal points of breakdancing was another epicenter was Kicks. Was this dance studio called Kicks in Waimalu.
Okay.
This was a dance studio, and we used to rent it out to break sometimes. If we had performances and whatnot, we'd rent it out. This is in the breaking at its prime. So I forget the lady, you know, she would see us, she would get to know us and all that. One day she's like, oh, you guys should do like some events here or you know. So boom. Next thing you know, we hold this. This is I think was one of the craziest battles we ever did. I don't know how this came about or whatever, but next thing you know, so we ran out Kicks for this battle one night, and it turns out Bomb Squad against Rocksteady Crew. Right, this is like if anybody remembers this, I know all.
Was it Rocksteady Crew Hawaii or Rocksteady Crew Rocksteady?
No. I mean Foot Rock Bunch.
Foot Rock Bunch. Okay, yeah.
Foot Rock Bunch and Bomb Squad.
Right.
And this was at Kicks, and this is another one.
And
man.
Foot Rock Bunch is the crew you beat
in Breaking Hawaii,
Yeah,
but literally, you know, hands on. I give credit to where credit is due. They were like one of the top crews around. You know, they held it down on every aspect of breakdancing, you know.
So somehow you guys ended up battling at that event.
It was like this arranged battle. It turned out of like Bomb Squad versus Foot Rock Bunch. And this was like literally like Beach Street was just like that. And, you know, the crazy thing about it was, so they were wearing red and we were wearing blue. And somehow, some way, God guys that weren't even involved with it kind of turned it into like almost a gang thing. But before this all unfolds, bro, this battle goes down, and it's like heavyweight battle.
Yeah, heated.
Yeah, heated and everything. And the crazy thing is, we're all friends.
Right.
Like I always hung out with them townside, vice versa. Because, again, it's a small fraternity.
Right. Yeah.
So, but then sometimes a battle would bring about bad blood, kind of like, after a while, we all have blood and all, you know.
Yeah.
But this battle goes down, man. And it's just like move for move for move for move, And I remember there was this guy, Ozrock, who was from LA. And he was kind of known at that moment in LA because he did all the commercials.
Oh.
He came out to do a Mountain Dew commercial. And Baby Legs was in that commercial as well. But he was another, like, a old school. He was on Breakin' and all those movies and stuff. But he was out here. But
he jumped on with the Foot Rock Bunch.
No, he didn't jump on at Foot Rock Bunch. But he just kind of, he came out, was hanging with Baby Legs and stuff. So somehow, some way, before the battle was done and all that, somebody ends up turning it into like a Bloods and Crips kind of thing.
Yeah.
And it turns out kind of ugly. Not, nobody gets majorly hurt or anything, but just turns out ugly and kind of ends it. That was the only time.
So the battle never really ended then? It kind of just...
Yeah. It just kind of went, but it went on, man.
Yeah.
It went on for a good amount. But, yeah, I don't recall it how it actually ended and everything. But again, and I think they actually did a couple other ones. I don't really remember all that. It might have been at Silly's and stuff.
Right.
But anyways, those are like the ones that I remember that was our world of,
Right.
Right then and there, like our Beach Street and, breaking and all that. But, okay, moving along. So, I'm kind of doing performances and at this moment, freestyle dancing kind of comes in.
So what year was this then?
So this is already, I'm like moving into like junior in high school, senior in high school. So freestyle dancing comes in.
Yeah.
To freestyle music and all that.
88?
No, maybe like 86-ish, 87-ish.
Yeah. So what was the uniform back then for freestyle dancing? Totally different, bro.
I don't even want
Go
it.
from head to toe. It's totally different.
So we all had the pompadours colored on top. Tons of dippity doo and
What's
Aquanet.
dippity do?
Dippity doo was the big tub of gel because we had to use plenty, bro.
Yeah.
So was that. We would all shop at what was it? I think the shop was called like U-Man or something.
Right.
Wild Pear was where all the freestyle dancers would get their shoes. There was what was called San Francisco Rag Shop or something. Yeah. Shops like that, because 80s is all dressing up.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
was that Cavaricci's?
Cavaricci's,
era?
Yeah.
And those woven leather shoes, was it?
Oh, man. See, don't get me started, bro. See, that's when you started coming in. Anyways, go fast forward that part.
Yeah.
No, so freestyle
dance
comes in, and again, so I take this on as well.
Right.
And this is kind of like...
Because it's more of a form of expression to a point and evolution.
Right, and also this is when, hip-hop was turning into like line dance type, like prepping and the womp. And, so again, we go against military kids and all that kind,
Also, is there still Bomb Squad at this time?
There's still Bomb Squad, yeah. Bomb Squad is... It's
Forever.
like you're in.
Yeah.
You're not coming out.
Right, yeah.
It's the mafia.
Yeah.
But so anyways, I'm doing my dancing. So, freestyle, I take that up, serious as well.
Yeah.
I'm in it, because the music, it all boils
Always
down to the
moves you,
music.
yeah,
I just love music. So freestyling comes in and everything, and get all these other crews like, U-Man, who was a freestyling cruise in town? One Nation.
This is a whole nother thing.
Yeah, I'm so sorry, bro.
That freestyle era.
You guys gotta understand.
That's a whole.
Yeah. So, anyways, I'm doing my dancing, we performing and all that. And Slick at this point had already moved to LA. He was going to the art center.
Right.
So one day he calls me up and says, "Bruh, you're not gonna get anywhere in Hawaii dancing.
Yeah.
You're only gonna get so far."
Right.
And I thought I was doing pretty decent.
Because at this time, I remember that is b-boying kind of
B-boying is kind of, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, B-boying, you know. But at this point, we already done so many windmills, we're not losing it.
Right.
So he tells me, bro, you're not going to get anywhere in Hawaii, you know, dancing.
Yeah.
You need to come out here. And at this point, you know, I'm kind of thinking, bro, I'm doing pretty good. You know, I was working Bellman, Hilton Hawaiian Village, you know, making some pretty good money there too. But then, you know, once I got it in my mind, I was kind of like, you know what? I got to do this move, bro.
Right.
Okay. So, boom, I'm on a plane.
And you decided to move to LA.
Yeah, I get rid of everything. I moved to LA.
Let's stop it there, and we'll save it for another episode.
Okay.
Mahalo for listening to ALANUI MELE on PBS Hawaiʻi. Introduction beat by Just One O. You can listen to ALANUI MELE on all streaming platforms and check us on social media at PBS Hawaiʻi or www.pbshawaii.org.